Laker fans, welcome to another preview video. Well, this is it. Game 5 on the brink of elimination. Lakers have to win to keep their playoff hopes alive. This has been an odd series because we knew going in that the Lakers had a size disadvantage. The Timberwolves are a very big team. They're a very lengthy team. But the Lakers kind of had to play like the Warriors. The Warriors have mastered small ball. They do it every year. Every year, it really seems like going back to this whole dynasty of Curry and Clay and Durant. They've been the smaller team. And yes, they had Andrew Bogut early on, but they've learned how to really play with Draymond at the 5. And the way to do that is the bench players really kick in. Moses Moody's had a couple big games, game 3 for them. Brandon Podziemski had a big-time game. And then Butler and Curry, your closers, finished the show. And the Lakers aren't, the recurring theme to this whole series, the Lakers aren't getting help from the bench. They're not getting help from the supporting cast. I'll give Rui credit. He really stepped up in game 4. He had a pretty tough series up until that point, but he had 23 points on the night. Reeves has really struggled. And heading into the series, you needed the Lakers' big 3 to be the big 3. They had to be lights out, knowing that the Timberwolves probably had a deeper team. And Reeves had really struggled games 1 and 2, was okay in game 3. Game 4, the first half was he didn't score. He had 3 fouls. I thought the foul on Rudy Gobert was horrible call by the refs, but that's just me. To Reeves' credit, he came out, had the 11-point second half there, a little 11-point run, but he missed the game tie in 3. It's tough because the Lakers are not getting the bench production or the production everywhere else that they need to. And the Timberwolves are. I mean, they're players. If you'd have told me before the series that McDaniels would have 25-point performances, 30-point performances, that would spell doom. And it's kind of crazy that Mike Conley and Rudy Gobert haven't even gotten that involved offensively. The Lakers have to have a supporting cast show up if they have any chance of winning this series. I mean, looking back at the last game, the Lakers actually, to their credit, shot the 3-ball better than Timberwolves. Timberwolves went 14 of 36. The Lakers went 19 of 47. They did get out-rebounded, though. And this was the real game in the series where you could see it. The Timberwolves had 49 rebounds compared to the Lakers' 41 from the free throw line. The Lakers were 22 of 25, better than they were in Game 3. Game 3, they were pretty pathetic from the free throw line. Timberwolves 26 of 33, so they got 8 more attempts than the Lakers. Everyone's just contributing for Minnesota. Randall, 25 points. McDaniel, 16 points, 11 rebounds. Gobert, 5 points, 10 rebounds. Conley didn't really do anything with 2. And then Edwards with 43 points, 9 rebounds, and 6 assists. Off the bench, Naz Reid, 12. DiVincenzo, 8. Alexander Walker, 5. It just feels like, I mean, look at the Lakers score, and we're going to get into the bench thing in a second. Luka, 38. LeBron, 27, 12, and 8. Hayes had 2 points. He played 4 minutes. He's been a disaster in this series. Rui contributed with 23, and Reeves 17 points and 7 rebounds. And then this is the bench. And again, this isn't all their fault because they didn't play the entire second half. It's like the first time in NBA playoff history that an entire starting 5 played the entire second half. Dorian Finney-Smith, 6 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists. Vando, no points. Vincent, 0 points, and Goodwin, 0 points. So Vincent played 13 minutes. Goodwin played 7. Vando played 7 as well. I'm a big JJ Redick fan, but this series, he has not really, he's had some missteps in terms of, I get it, you get swept up in the moment. It felt like a rookie head coach in the sense of the Lakers come out, they're down 3, they go on the 14-0 run, and things are looking good. It's looking like, okay, the Lakers may tie this thing, go back to LA. And it just felt like he was so scared of going to the bench. And again, it's not all JJ's fault. The bench has not inspired much confidence. They haven't done it really the entire series, much of the year as well. But to not get LeBron out of the game for 2 minutes or Luke out of the game for 2 minutes, considering he had the flu 2 nights before, I mean, throwing a Jared Vanderbilt in, trying to hold a lead, a Goodwin, one of these guys, and the Lakers shrunk the bench. I've been clamoring for Dalton Knecht to get playing time this whole series because the Lakers aren't really playing defense anyway outside of game 2. So might as well throw Dalton Knecht in there because maybe he can help with some of these corner threes a little bit. The Lakers got to do something different in game 5. Now, this will be in Los Angeles, so crowd's going to be behind them. The Lakers actually, Vegas is telling you they believe in the Lakers. The Lakers open as 7.5-point favorites with the point total being set at 210.5. 7.5 is a pretty big number considering the Lakers are down 3-1 in the series. And so it's been bet down to late money coming in on the Timberwolves. They're now favored by 5.5 with the point total set at 209.5. Look at some JJ Redick and Reeves quotes. JJ Redick on film review from the fourth quarter. He was asked by Dave McMenamin about fatigue because the starters played the whole second half, and it appeared to at the end of the game that they were just gassed, where the Timberwolves had some just fresher legs. JJ said no, and you know what? And what we did what did we score? 19, 20, and 13 in the fourth quarter of losses this series. It's a trend more so than that. Our two best layers missed layups at the rim. He's right. He's right. The two missed layups were crucial, and the Lakers have not played well in the fourth quarters. But at the same time, the bench is not doing anything. And playing them the entire second half, especially on the road, where you don't have the crowd behind you, where the Timberwolves going on a little run, the crowd's getting into it. I mean, you knew when it was a 12, 13-point game, they weren't going to stay down the whole game. They were going to go on a run. They were going to hit the three. Anthony Edwards coming out of the fourth quarter, hitting that dagger three. It just felt like the Lakers didn't have a response. And I think JJ's also been lacking on his timeouts a little bit. I think he's been a little too stingy with that. I get it. You want to save it till the end of the game, but the guys are gassed. And I think it showed. I disagree with JJ. I think it showed in the game. Austin Reeves on game 5, he said you got to treat every possession as an individual thing that you got to go attack. And the more the game goes on, obviously, when you get to the fourth quarter and it's a close game, those plays matter more than the one did the first 2 minutes of the game. But if you go in with a mentality like that, if every single play matters and you execute to the best of your ability, you're never going to be perfect, but you'll give yourself an opportunity to win. The Lakers have given themselves opportunities to win the games. This is what's tough about this. It's not like a Denver series where Denver was the better team. I'm not saying Minnesota isn't the better team. They're up 3-1 in the series. But where they were so far and away, it really felt like better. The Lakers being down when they got the game 4 last year, there was really no chance. The Lakers do have game 5 and game 7 would be at home. The odds are not in the Lakers' favor. I'm not saying you're saying it's going to happen, but it's flipped a little bit now. Now that it goes from everyone clowning the Lakers are going to go home in the first round. This is embarrassing. How could a team with LeBron, Luka, and Reeves do this? So now the Timberwolves have some pressure. The Timberwolves, if they close it out in game 5, this point is moot. But if the Lakers were to get game 5, you put a lot of pressure on them going back to game 6, where they better close it out in Minnesota. Because if they lose in Minnesota, the game 7 is in LA. The Lakers probably favored in that game. And I think the extra day of rest really helps for the Lakers in this one, with the game being Wednesday night instead of Tuesday night, getting back on the plane to LA, especially after the entire starting lineup running the second half. The Lakers got a shot here. They got to come out early and establish it, play with a lead early on, and they got to meet that level of intensity. I mean, LeBron, Anthony Edwards, I'm sure if people are casually watching the game, love seeing the physicality. I liked how physical it was, not as a Laker fan because it doesn't really favor the Lakers, but getting to this about the NBA admitting missed calls. I thought this has been a real mistake in the NBA playoffs. I mean, you have Luka Doncic who gets tripped, clearly a foul. It determines the outcome of the game in the sense of, the Lakers have to throw it in over half court and they only had 2 seconds, turnover. Anthony Edwards, then, the bird's eye view, fouled by LeBron. And I'm not saying that if they would have called the foul, the Lakers would have won. Anthony Edwards could have gone down and hit a game winner. We saw this in the Pistons next game. Tim Hardaway Jr. fouled by Josh Hart, clearly a foul. And the NBA has come out after and said that they missed both those calls. And it's kind of, to me personally, it's like, who cares? I mean, that's great, your apology. But at the same time, the Pistons are down, down in the series, and the Lakers are down in the series. The Lakers want the game back. So I'm not saying you're complaining about the refs in the sense that, the Lakers got hosed or anything, but it's frustrating when the NBA admits foul calls later when it doesn't really mean anything. It's like, yeah, that's great, but you still missed the call and it affected the outcome of the game. Very frustrating. If you're going to call it extremely physical, I'm fine with that. I like the 90s style of basketball, but then call it extremely physical the whole game. Don't, when it gets to 2 or 3 minutes left in the game, then get a tight whistle, because it really has felt like the guards can kind of slap and do whatever they want. But if he gets to the paint, I mean, they're calling fouls on every play. Anthony Edwards got to the line at an extraordinary clip. LeBron did as well, but it really felt like that the second anyone got inside, it was going to the line. So that was my little tangent right there. Game 5, the Lakers, again, favored by 5.5 after opening as 7.5-point favorites. Here's what they got to do. You got to mix up the lineups. You got to be tight with the timeouts, JJ Redick. I mean, this is a win-or-go-home game. So no sense in saving your challenges. No sense in saving your timeouts. None of this stuff. You got to throw it out on the line. The crowd's going to be behind the Lakers. Lakers got to get up early in this one, and he has to mix in the bench. I know they haven't instilled much confidence, but give Knecht a look. Goodwin's been very good defensively. Vincent's got to hit shots. And if no one's hitting shots, then throw Vanderbilt in there. Because at least Vanderbilt, is going to lock down defensively and can take Anthony Edwards, can take Jaden McDaniels. I don't really understand the lack of minutes on Vanderbilt's end. I think Vanderbilt, if no one else is going to score, then might as well go with the defensive-minded unit. And I think another thing in that game, Luka was mad at Rui for not coming back to the ball and the one turnover late in the game. It really does feel like they're leaving Luka out to dry when he crosses half court. Reeves is standing in the corner. Rui's standing in the corner. The whole team is standing in the corner waiting for Luka to do something, and they're just doubling. And Jackson Hayes has really not been effective at all screening. That's why he's been on the bench. I mean, they got to do something here and not just sit and stand around. This is a game of momentum. Hey, the Lakers kind of playing with house money now. Everyone expects them to lose. So go out there, win game 5, put a lot of pressure on for game 6. And hey, who knows what happens? Maybe some things go your way. So appreciate everybody for tuning in. Again, if this is the last video on the year, I really appreciate everyone who has checked out these videos and obviously helping the channel out with Alan. Alan's the best, man. So Alan's going to get you guys on the morning show, then doing the post-game show at night. Hopefully we get to do another one of these. And the Lakers are heading to a game 6 on Friday in Minnesota. So appreciate everybody for tuning in, and go Lakers.